Hello. What's up, guys? ZFG is a hacker. I'm Hacker Man. Stealing from GDQ. Oh no. I will return it because I will probably raid them afterwards. Thanks for the reset, best girl Zoe. Ads. Thanks, iChubuds. No, my run did not already happen. I have not even left for GDQ yet. I don't leave until Wednesday. Thanks for the reset, Leopon. The seeds have like a hash like number code at the end of the seed. So I just look at that. Like I saw that the last seed I outputted ended in ELUW. And so I just look for that in the folder. And also if I want to double check, I can go to this screen and it says generated 250106. Which is today. And I've only generated one seed today. Yeah, I watched some runs yesterday. I watched Portal 2. Portal 2's good. Wind Waker was good. Donating for Miku. Nice. Yeah, the file name, so there is going to be a file name donation incentive. You can donate for what you want the file name to be. If you want it to be Uno Mas, you can donate for Uno Mas. Throw enough money at it, and the file name could be Uno Mas. Thanks for resub, Pats fan. Force push for file name. The file name has an 8-character limit. Force push will not fit in. No, I'm not already at GDQ. I don't leave until Wednesday, so I got a little bit more time. No, I'm not going to do a GDQ travel vlog / stream. Hey, John Frogman. Last stream before the real deal. This could be my last stream. I might try to fit in one last stream tomorrow. We'll see. Am I going to freeze at GDQ? Probably. Ads? I already ran ads. Thanks Resub, Jay the Soundhound. Thanks Cpig. You played Akinator with ChatGPT and it guessed me? Nice. Wait, it said that that stands for Zelda fan guy. No, I won't be on the couch for any other run. There's a few other runs I want to watch. I'll probably watch Tears of the Kingdom. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I get in. Hold on, I forgot what day Tears of the Kingdom is on. But I remember looking at the schedule. There's a handful of runs I want to watch. But anything Wednesday, I probably won't make it for. Okay, Tears of the Kingdom's on Thursday. I might make it for that, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a handful of things I'll try to watch. I think 3-step Uzi. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Kirby Air Ride run, that was neat. I am not in the Berg already. I leave on Wednesday. If my run takes long, you ditch me to watch Prime. Oh yeah, Prime is today, right? Yeah, I think I want to hopefully try to finish in time to watch Prime. My run is on Saturday, near the very end. I'm the third last run. I have decided on the Glitch Expo, yeah. I have that all set up now. In fact, should I do Glitch Expo practice? Like, should I do that after the run too? Part of me wants to not, and part of me thinks I should. I don't know. Okay, I may or may not do a little practice for it at the end of this. I don't know. I'll see how I feel, because I kind of want to not show it off yet, but also kind of do. Please use the words Phantom Tax Riz goated in my commentary. I mean, goated could be a legitimate, there could be a legitimate reason to use that, the others no. You'll donate $50 every time I say skibbity in my run. Wow, you really hate people with cancer that much that you're gonna intentionally not donate anything? Wow. Thanks for the sub. X Cappy Bombadox. Thanks for the resub, Uzi. Thanks for the Dangus. My weekend was okay. I sound old when I say those things. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not like it's inaccurate. Am I snowed in? Yeah, we're completely snowed in here in Arizona. There's just mountains of snow here. Can't do anything. Thanks, Resub, Hyrulean Soldier. I'm flying out on Wednesday. I have seen snow. I have been to places where it snows. I think you're gifting 5 subs. Oh, my genitals. I am not wrong warping to GDQ now. Oh, I just realized input viewer is not working. Okay. Oh yeah, and I set the cosmetics for the run, so well, okay, this is actually a bad. I should not have this music on the title screen, file select screen, so I'm gonna have to change this. But I did some of the cosmetic plandos because I wanted to plando the cosmetics to make sure that, you know, things are relatively not annoying and funny. They are funny, they are not annoying. But this music, I haven't done the music yet, so I'll probably want to change the title screen music. I think the $5 Ninja Rubber Ducky. Imagine if light arrows were on Final Gold Skulltulas. I mean, light arrows on 50 skulls wouldn't be that bad. So I typically do get around 50 skulls by the end of the run. For ESS adapter, THK, I assume you have the Electromotor adapter. If you have the Electromotor adapter, yeah, all you need to do is just have the game set to Ocarina of Time, and the basic settings are good. You might want to put on the setting for soft triggers, where like L and R can be soft pressed for targeting and shielding. That's pretty much it. There's only 2 save files because I think they had to remove a save file to make up to like add in some extra content for rando and stuff. Hi. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna do, this is gonna be another commentary practice run. So again, I'm probably not gonna like look at subs and donations and stuff that much this run. Gonna mainly try to focus on commentary. A bio of the bow. Thanks for the sub. You might be the last one I read. Read subs and donos like the announcer. Maybe I can do that. I guess I do have to practice leaving space for donations. Greetings from the shuttle bus. Hello. Thanks, Risa Powera. Okay, yeah, 1 second before I get started. Alright, starting as adult. Oh yeah, so the donations, so I always forget to like think about when to say, okay, here's a time for donations. And I know the run after mine is a bonus game, so it's Echoes of Wisdom. So you know that they're going to be pushing donations really hard during my run, so I am going to have to think about that. Will I be wearing a diaper? No. Ninja Pup, thanks for 69 months. Nice. Thanks for giving a sub, Feral Bites. No, I cannot do Uno Mas at GDQ. They will get me. Thank you for sub, Lord Zan. You're sick, can you not talk so loud? Sorry, I will probably have to talk louder than usual because of commentary. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna get started. Put on commentary voice. Okay, so this run is going to be an Ocarina of Time randomizer. So every item in the game, every time I get an item, it's going to be a completely random item. So anytime I open a chest or get an item from an NPC or something, I'll get a random item. And this also has a lot more stuff randomized than typical Ocarina of Time randomizers, where the gold Skulltulas are also randomized. Random Deku Scrubs throughout the world are randomized, including a lot of secret Deku Scrubs. The shops are randomized, so I can buy random items from the shop. Altogether, there's over 400 potential items I can get. So I have a lot of stuff to go through, and a lot to remember. And this is also a no-logic randomizer. So most randomizers are intended to be played glitchless, and then there's logic to make sure that items are all placed somewhere in the game that actually is possible, to make sure that items can't be blocked behind some impossible situation. But in a no-logic randomizer, that's not the case. Items are completely random, absolutely anywhere, and that can lead to situations where some items can be impossible or the entire seed could be impossible. But luckily, Ocarina of Time has a lot of glitches to get around a lot of those situations, which makes it really interesting. So I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of glitches to get through this. The seed has been at least checked to make sure that it's not completely impossible, but other than that, I may have to do a lot of crazy glitches to beat this. Then there's going to be a lot more randomizer stuff that we'll get into as the run starts. But for now, we can get started. And I also start in a completely random starting location in the overworld. So right here, I am actually starting in Lost Woods, and I start in a random I start as a random age, so I don't know if I'm starting as adult or child, but now I here am an adult. Remember, it's at least a fire temple. So another thing that's randomized is the dungeon entrances. So I just got a hint that told me that the entrance to Ganon's castle actually takes me to Fire Temple. And there's my first completely random item of the run, just some rupees. I actually want to get some Deku Nuts from the Deku Baba here. So yeah, all the dungeon entrances are randomized, so I actually need to go to each dungeon entrance and find where they all are. So that's another important part of the run. So here's a big room in here that has a lot of important items. Shadow Temple is masterful. Okay, so another thing that's randomized is the dungeons can be either the original version of the dungeon or the Master Quest version. So there was a different version of Ocarina of Time released called Master Quest that came with a Wind Waker pre-order, where the dungeons are all remixed. They have like different puzzles and stuff. Nothing you really need there. And all the dungeons in this run, I don't know if they're going to be either the original version or the Master Quest version. And that's important because, like I said, they have different puzzles, they have different item requirements. So I'll have to tackle dungeons in a different way, whether depending on which version they are. So I just got a hint earlier that said Shadow Temple was masterful. So that means that Shadow Temple is going to be the Master Quest version. Shadow Temple is actually one of the more item heavy, like one of the ones that have a bit more heavy item requirements in its Master Quest version. Another hint I got there is that Lake Hylia is foolish. So if I get a hint that says an area is foolish, it means all the items there are completely useless. So Lake Hylia being useless means I don't have to bother trying to get any items there. And I guess I should mention about the hints. So these gossip stones around the world will all give me hints about certain information about the seed. If some area is useless, if some area has really important items, hints about the dungeon entrances. Alright, so there, I just went in there to check what dungeon that was. That was Dodongo's Cavern, which is very good to know. Dodongo's Cavern is a good dungeon I want to try to get done fairly early on, but I can't really do much there right now. So I gotta write that down. DC is Deku entrance. And one more thing to mention about the dungeons being randomized is the bosses are also randomized. So I actually don't know who the boss of any dungeon is. And I'll have to figure that out throughout the run. And that's important because some bosses need very specific items in order to beat them. The three that are the biggest issue are Baronade, Volvagia, and Twinrova, which require Boomerang, Megaton Hammer, and Mirror Shield respectively. And so those three items are going to be really important. No matter what, I need at least one of those three items to beat the seed, guaranteed. Actually, I should talk about the requirement to beat the seed, which is I need to beat 6 out of 8 dungeons. And beating 6 out of 8 dungeons will let me get Ganon's boss key. So as soon as I beat 6 out of 8 dungeons, I get the boss key to Ganondorf. Oh, Jabba Jabba's belly has magic. That's a big hint. And also, so for the glitches in this run, so this run allows almost all glitches. There are a few minor exceptions. If you know much about Ocarina of Time speedrunning, you might know about some really big glitches, like wrong warping, or stale reference manipulation, or get item manipulation. Those glitches are banned, just because they can do stuff like warp you to the end of the game, or give you items, which kind of defeats the purpose of a randomizer if you can do those things. So those are banned. Almost everything else is allowed. The one thing that, the one like not super major glitch that is also banned is boss key skips. So most of the dungeons, you can actually do a glitch to skip boss keys. Journey's Dance is a wallet. Shadow key. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so most dungeons you can actually do some kind of glitch to get out of bounds or clip through the boss door to beat the dungeon without a boss key. That's banned in this just because it can make it too easy if you allow boss key skips. So for the purpose of requiring a bit of extra content, or requiring you to actually do the dungeons, boss keys are required, and also boss keys are the one thing that can only be found in specific places. The boss keys can only be found in their own dungeon. So for example, the Fire Temple boss key can only be in the Fire Temple. Other than that, any other items can be completely anywhere. And speaking of keys, the keys, small keys are also randomized. So small keys can be randomized anywhere in the world. And those are actually a big deal because it is possible to sometimes skip small keys in dungeons, but not always. Oh, 20 skulls is magic. That's good. So sometimes I can skip small keys and sometimes I can't. 30 is DGS. Ten is not upgrade. So yeah, so keys are going to be important. Again, the keys can be anywhere, and a lot of the time keys can lock my dungeon progression. So I'm going to have to be careful about that. So keys are, but it also depends on the dungeon. Some dungeons, keys hardly matter at all. And some they even like literally don't matter at all. And some I want a good number of keys. And so the Skulltulas in the House of Skulltula earlier all had hints on what items they give. There's a few other miscellaneous hints throughout the world. Here's another one. I got a hint that Kokiri Forest has the hookshot. So that's a good hint. Hookshot's a pretty important item. It technically is not a super required item, but hookshot's really nice to have. If I don't have it, a lot of things become pretty annoying. And I should also talk about some of the really important and required items. So the absolutely required items are going to be magic, light arrows, and kind of the bow. Technically, there's a small chance of skipping the bow with very specific circumstances, but it's not too likely. And then other important items, like I mentioned earlier, I'll need at least one of Boomerang, Hammer, Mirror Shield no matter what. If I can get more than one of those, that helps a lot. Hookshot is really good. Explosives, meaning bombs and bomb shoes, are really good. Like I said, hookshot is really good. I really want bombs and hookshot are like probably the two most helpful general items that aren't like, they're not required, but they just help so much. Hover boots are also really nice. So here I'm doing the Dampé race in the graveyard. So in the normal game, you have to do this race twice. Once for the chest item, which is hookshot, and second for a heart piece. The randomizer has a nice quality of life improvement where you can do the race just once and get both items. I got a Goron tunic there. And a rupee. And to exit this race quickly, I'm gonna try to go back through that door as soon as it tries to close, and this crushes me and puts me back at the entrance. Just a fast way to get out of there, because if I don't do that, I get blocked by some Song of Time blocks, and I don't have Song of Time right now. Technically, there's a way to clip through them, but I don't have a way to clip through those yet, either. Speaking of clipping, I want to go check out Bomb of the Well. So Bomb of the Well, normally you're supposed to use Song of Storms as child in order to get into it. But there's a way to clip into it as adult. By grabbing the ledge here at a very specific point, I can clip out of bounds and land just on a tiny bit of out of bounds collision. And I can jump past this wall that's normally blocking it and find this dungeon. So this is the Master Quest version of Jabu. You can tell because there are cows in the walls, because Master Quest loves really strange stuff like cows in walls. Can't really do much in there, so I'm just gonna have to leave. But it's good information to gather. So Jabu is Bomb of the Well entrance. Yeah, and I know that magic is in there, so I will have to go back there soon. Just a nut up there. There's one more item I could get from the windmill guy there, but I can't play a song yet. Or I can't play an ocarina. So about Ocarina, so 100 rupees for 50 rupees, not worth. Oh, I don't need that rupee. So for an ocarina, so if I get a bottle, I can actually use a glitch with a bottle in order to play ocarina early. So bottle or ocarina would be good for that. And also for the number of each item, like every item has different numbers of how many duplicates there are in the world. So in the normal game, for something like the Ocarina, there are two different Ocarinas. There's the Fairy Ocarina and Ocarina of Time. And in this, oh, bow is 100 rupees. I can buy that right away. Can I buy this? Small key 190. So there's two Ocarinas. And all the upgrades in randomizers are progressive, so that means the first item you get is always the smaller upgrade, and the second one you get is the second upgrade, and so on. And for bows, that means there's 3 bows, because there's normally 1 bow and 2 quiver upgrades. So just whichever one is the first one is your regular bow, and the other 2 are upgrades. So most of the time I'm only gonna need 1 upgrade. There's a few exceptions, but I usually only need 1 of them. So I'll only need like 1 ocarina, 1 bow. So the fact that there's 2 ocarinas and 3 bows in the world helps a bit. So because I just got the bow here, I can do this archery game. Fairly simple. And I get another shadow key out of it. And now cleared out most of what I can currently do in Kakariko, so I want to leave here. Actually, I need to write down one thing. So I have a lot of notes to write down. There's a lot to keep track of in this run. There's a lot of information I need. In the actual run, I will have my commentators taking notes for me. So here there's a wall. There's a wall here that I normally need explosives to blow up, but there's a way to clip through it. I get in a precise position, and then do a jump slash. Oh, that's a frame late. Oh, actually I should go to this. And then jump slash here, and it'll push me through the wall, and I can grab this item up here. Didn't fire, that's actually pretty nice. Can't use it without magic, but not only is it a good item just to have a source of fire, but I can use it for a glitch called Equip Swap, which will let me equip items that I'm not supposed to be able to equip as a different age. So I can equip child stuff as adult and adult stuff as child. So that helps a lot. So we have another Master Quest dungeon here. This is the Master Quest Forest Temple. I'll probably only want to check a tiny bit at the start here. I should write this down though. Forest is DC. Egg. Nice. I'm just gonna check one more item in this room. This gold skull's up here, just a nut, so I'll just leave. So a lot of the early game, when I'm looking for these dungeons, I'm trying to find the dungeon entrances, but I'm usually only going to do a tiny bit of inside the dungeon, and then just leave. Right now, it's important to just find out where all the dungeons are. And then later on, I'll come back and actually start properly doing them. So here we have another clip. There's a wall here that I need explosives to blow up, but by doing a side hop and a jump slash right here, I can clip through this wall, get another chest behind this door. And just a rupee. And then there's another gold skulltula behind this rock. So normally you need the hammer to break this rock, but by getting a precise position and doing a jump slash against this, you can put just enough into it to grab the item. And 200 rupees, that's actually really nice, considering I'm going to a shop soon. So Goron City here, so there's some arrows, don't really need those. And then there's a rolling Goron here that I'm going to try to snipe this bomb flower as he comes by. And he'll give me an item. Oh yeah, so more stuff about quality of life improvements from from this. So Randomizer makes the text speed much faster and also skips a lot of cutscenes. MQGTG. So yeah, you saw that text. That text there normally takes like 2 minutes, but that happened in just a few seconds, thanks to nice quality of life improvements. Shield. Oh, shield and bomb shoes. Ooh, these are 2 really important items. I might be able to scan both. Nice. Okay, so I actually, technically, both of those would have cost 205, and I managed to grab them with just 200. So while your rupees are still counting down, if you're fast enough, you can buy a second item before the before your rupee count actually visually drops below what it's supposed to be. So I was actually able to scam that guy. Oh, I should probably equip these. So shield is really important. There's a lot of glitches. Actually, specifically explosives and shield are 2 things that both help with glitches a ton. So the fact that I got both of them at the same time is really nice. So with both bombs, with both bomb chews and shield, I now have a huge amount of glitches open that I'll probably start using in just a minute. So I do want some gold skulltulas this run, so actually I'm gonna try to get those gold skulltula tokens that I see here. Because I only got 5 chews, I'm gonna try to get some drops here. So in the normal game, bomb chews don't normally drop from grass and rocks and stuff. Here at the top is junk. But the randomizer adds a feature for bomb chew drops dropping from grass and rocks, just like bomb drops can. Because otherwise, the only way to get bomb chews would be more finding bomb chews in the world, which kind of sucks. Deku Song Time is a shadow key. Yeah, Temporal Stone means that Deku is Master Quest. So yeah, that's another Master Quest dungeon. So there's a rock here. This rock is supposed to only be broken with a hammer, but I can do a glitch to clip into it. So right there, I rolled into an explosion, held down, and then tried to take out my bow. It works with any first-person item, but this is called a weird clip, where Link starts moving forward with some glitchy animations. And these animations can help him clip through rounded collision, like that rock. And I don't have enough rupees. I'm broke. Hold on. One more. There's a 5 rupee pot right here. Small detour. Alright. Back in. This never happens. I'm never broke. Alright, I want to grab that gold skulltula token up here since I got a hint that some gold skulltula tokens might be good. So that right there is a mega flip. If I roll into an explosion and then backflip after getting hit, I can get a really fast backflip. That's really useful for crossing big gaps quickly. And that item I got is the item you'd normally get from learning Bolero Fire from Sheik. So going down here is going to be the entrance to Fire Temple, or what would normally be Fire Temple, is actually Shadow Temple here. I can peek here. So this is the Master Quest version of Shadow. I should actually save. So Master Quest version of Shadow, there's actually a lot of key doors here that I'm actually probably going to... I might want to save scum my keys, so if I save right before using a key, I can check if there's any good items here, and if there's not, I can just reset and get my keys back. If there aren't any good items here, then I'll have to just commit to it. Oh, and something I did earlier, I rolled against a wall and then did C up, and that let me look through the wall. So if you're close enough to a wall and you C up near the end of a roll, you'll just be able to see through the wall. That's useful for peeking certain things you're normally not supposed to see. So Master Quest Shadow here has a Song of Time block right in front of me that I can't get rid of right now. So I need to do this trick where I send a bomb to around the room and have it hit me at this perfect time. Then I can clip through this wall. So that lets me clip past that Song of Time block. And then I have also hit that one ice switch in order to get to this next room. Yeah, the room is fairly laggy. Oh, that was super close to out of bounds. So if Dead Hand spawns on the very tip of that dirt patch in the corner, he can actually spawn out of bounds. He'll like fall out of bounds and then you just have to reset. That was dangerously close to happening. It's a very low chance. I've only gotten it once in my entire time of speedrunning this game. There've only been like a handful of documented cases of it ever happening, but that was very close. And nothing here. Okay, I'm sorry, Mound of Skulls, not Dirt Patch. The Mound of Human Remains. Oh yeah, I guess I did save some of that one forest key, I guess. I think it's probably worth leaving that forest key behind. So I guess I do need to unmark one forest key. So this spinner here, you're supposed to spin this to open the gate over here. Okay, got it first try. So that thing right there, it can only ever be one of the back three posts, and they have different odds of working. The one that worked was a 4 out of 9 chance, the back middle one is a 3 out of 9 chance, and then the last one is a 2 out of 9 chance. I went for the most likely one and it worked. Yeah, this is GDQ commentary practice. I just want to make sure I can talk about everything. Make sure I know what I'm talking about for the run. Wait, how many forest keys do I have? Okay, that's a GTG key. Okay, 1 forest key, 2 shadow key. Yeah, this is correct then. Oh, I tried to unmark a key and I accidentally marked an extra one. How do I want to do this? I should go down this way, yeah. Alright, so it's probably obvious by now, but there are some randomized sound effects that I forgot to mention earlier. Yeah, so as just like a fun extra thing, the randomizer can randomize sound effects and music and stuff. And the Silver Rupee sound effects is a particularly interesting one because the Silver Rupee sound gets higher pitched as you collect more. So that one's nice. That one was planned, by the way. And Master Quest has one more invisible chest right here. And now this gate, normally there's supposed to be a shortcut. Once you get like halfway through the dungeon, you can open up a shortcut that goes from that area to here. But you can actually do a jump/clip to clip through that cage. And now I'm gonna go backwards through a small part of like the near end of the dungeon section. And check if there's anything good here. This will probably be all I do of Shadow Temple. And if there's nothing here, I'll probably leave. What is planned? I'm not gonna mention Plando during the run. That's a... Oh, boss key. Okay, I will not save scum that. That is super good. So we have our first boss key. I cannot get to the boss right now, but that's very good to have. There's 2 more items I can check in here. This gold Skulltula, just a single rupee, and then 1 more invisible chest, if I can get it. Okay. Can a boss have their own boss key? I think for the purposes of the run, it's probably better to just not acknowledge the possibility of bosses having their own boss key. Probably better to just not mention it. Yeah, the Bombchu colors are also randomized. The Bombchu trail color. Alright, so I don't really have a good way out of here, so I'm gonna save warp. This is gonna take me back to my original starting location, which was Lost Woods. It's actually kind of nice because it's nighttime right now. And there's a lot of gold Skulltulas that only appear at nighttime, including one in Kikiri Forest, so I can actually go back and check that. In fact, I got a hint that Hookshot was in Kikiri Forest, so there's always a possibility this could be it. I'm gonna go try to check this right now. If it's not here, there's a good chance that the Hookshot might be somewhere here as Child. And so I may have to come back here as Child. Alright, so it's not that. Let's see if I can grab some more Bombchus here. Actually, what was it? Deku entrance was DC, right? I actually think I want to go do DC right now. Actually, yeah. So I found earlier that the entrance here was Dodongo's Cavern. Dodongo's Cavern is a really good dungeon to do early on. You only need a few items for it. Like, you pretty much just need explosives and a projectile. And it has a lot of checks, fairly easy to do. And we have the Master Quest version of it. So the Master Quest version is a little bit more annoying, but still fine. Yeah, the other Skulltula in Kikiri Forest is Child only, the one behind the Know-It-All Brothers' house. More Bombchus, always nice to have. What is a dungeon? Okay, like I need to assume that the audience has at least some base knowledge. I at least have to assume they know what a dungeon is. Oh, nice hookshot. Okay, so there are 2 hookshots in the world. So the hint I got for one being in Kikiri Forest, that means that now the one in Kikiri Forest is Longshot. So happening to know the location of both Hookshot and Longshot this early on is actually very good. Gerudo membership card. That's kind of nice to have. If I go to Gerudo Fortress, I won't get caught. And a few other extra things I can get because of having it. It's not super important, but nice to have. There's some switches here with like a path of bomb flowers leading up to a switch on the ceiling. Just have to blow up those bomb flowers. Gold Skulltula up here. Okay, it's a good thing that was nothing good. So sometimes, even if I can't reach an item, it's still good to check it. Like, a Gold Skulltula really high up, I can kill it just to see what it is, even if I can't get it. And technically, I could get it. I could do a glitch called Bomb Hovering, which will probably come up sometime soon. to go up there, although it would have been pretty annoying. Oh yeah, I do have hookshot, so I guess I could have gotten it. It's easy to forget what items I have if I just get something. I guess I'll hover. Alright, so to get to the next room here, I need to light some torches. And even though I have Din's Fire, I don't have magic to use it. So I'm going to do a glitch to use fire. I'm going to try to walk off this ledge and then jump slash. And if you saw right there, I did a jump slash without having a sword in my hand. This causes my sword damage to become glitched. And now my sword has a bunch of different glitch values all at once. And if I crouch stab these torches, they will now light on fire. So that's a glitch called Quick Put Away, or QPA for short. And some of the glitch properties it has a Din's Fire, which is the reason why it lit the torches. It has a lot of other things, like it has multiple sword damage values, slingshot, boomerang, ice arrows, a few other things. But it's pretty interesting. It's a very versatile glitch. Lets me do a lot of things early. Very useful for a situation like this. Climb up there. Come on. I'm trying to jump off this block to climb up here. And then I get a small jump. There we go. Explain the difference between fire arrows and Din's Fire. I don't think that's really necessary for right now. Like, unless I have both of them, I probably wouldn't want to mention that. Stone of Agony. So the Stone of Agony is a completely useless item and provides no value whatsoever. In the base game, it's supposed to rumble whenever you get near a secret grotto. When you know where they are, it doesn't matter, and also, I'm playing on the Wii Virtual Console version, which doesn't even support rumble. Although, Randomizer actually does add a nice quality of life feature where it actually has a little icon of the Stone of Agony rumbling in the corner, near the hearts, when it actually activates, so that it can matter even if you don't have rumble. But again, it doesn't really matter if you actually know where stuff is. Oh, so you'll see me doing this crouch stab attack a lot, where I shield and then stab. So this attack doesn't actually have any damage property associated with it, so whenever you do it, it always does the damage of your last attack. And so when you see me do something like a jump slash and then a crouch stab, that crouch stab is doing that previous jump slash damage. So it's a really good way to do a lot of damage quickly. And also going back to that quick put away glitch where I had the glitched fire damage on my sword. That's why I could use that glitch damage multiple times in a row. Burrow's Wind. Burrow's Wind is really nice to have. So in the normal game, a lot of people in their first playthrough neglect Burrow's Wind a lot. It's just a warp point that you can set to warp back to later. A lot of people forget about it, rarely use it. For this, one, it's good for backtracking if I know that I have to come back to somewhere, which will often happen. But it can also be used for some pretty cool glitches. In fact, right now, if I can get magic, so I can actually use Burrow's Wind. Burrow's Wind will actually be my best way to beat Shadow Temple right now. Normally the Shadow Temple needs Zelda's Lullaby to get to the end, but with Burrow's Wind I can do a really cool glitch to get to the end without a Lullaby. So to beat the Dongo's Cavern, you're supposed to light the eyes of this big stone head. And normally you're supposed to use bombs from the top, but with Bomb Chews you can have Bomb Chews ride the wall and blow up the eyes from below. Gorn City... Oh, okay. Gorn City hammers bomb the little tunnels. Okay, so that is a junk item that I don't need. So I don't need GC hammer. Jabio's belly compass has Gorn. Okay, so when I get a compass, it will tell me oh no, dude. If I get a compass, it'll tell me what dungeon reward. Where do I get 1 rupee? I'm so broke, dude. So a compass will tell me the dungeon reward of a dungeon, and that'll tell me what the boss of the dungeon is. So I just got a hint that said Jabu's belly has Goron Ruby. So that means the boss of Jabu is King Dodongo, who gives the Goron Ruby. And knowing the bosses ahead of time is really good because, like I mentioned earlier, there's the 3 bosses that all have a specific item requirement. So knowing where Baronade, Volvagia, and Twinrova are specifically is really important. And even if I don't get a hint about those bosses specifically, I can sometimes, if I get enough information, I can use process of elimination to figure out where they actually are. So just collecting that information is good. Okay, it was just a heart container. Alright, now would be the time where I say now's a good time for donations. I know, Miku voice pack was not actually crashing the game. The crash was caused by an unrelated music bug. I'm just not using the voice pack because I'm not going to use it for GDQ, period. I think it'll be too distracting. It actually has been updated, and I guess I'll probably try it. I'll probably test it after GDQ. But yeah, for GDQ, I'm just not going to use it, period, because it's just too distracting. Okay, so right there's a chest. There's a chest under that grave. You're supposed to pull the grave to get that chest, but it happens to peek out just enough to open it. So Master Quest, a lot of the Master Quest dungeons have very weird jank in them where, like, it's very easy to do unintended stuff in a lot of the Master Quest dungeons. Also, those Armos there are really nice to farm explosives with. Armos have a 50% chance to drop explosives. Bombs or bomb shoes. So, nice place to get a lot of bomb shoes really quickly. Morpho. Alright, so here we have our first boss. It's a good thing I got hookshot in here. It actually is possible to beat Morpho without hookshot, but it's fairly annoying. With hookshot, I get a nice, easy method where I can just drag Morpho to the corner here, slash, and then Morpho just gets stuck in the corner, crouch stab, die. Master Quest. I already explained Master Quest. I mean, I probably will want to explain it multiple times throughout the run. I'll probably explain it, like, every now and then. But yeah, Master Quest dungeons. That was from DC. So yeah, Master Quest. The Master Quest versions of dungeons are just dungeons that have different puzzles and different item requirements and stuff. Actually, I might want to go straight to Child right now, actually. Yeah, I think that is a good idea. Actually, no. I should at least go to Forest entrance. I should check Forest Temple entrance, and then... No, no. I'm gonna go straight to Child. Sometimes it's hard to make a decision in your randomizer. There's a lot to do. A lot of decisions I could make. And sometimes it's very hard to decide what I want to do. much, but in this case I think I'm gonna go straight to child. Because I haven't done anything as child yet. Longshot. I know Longshot's in Kokiri Forest, but I've already checked as much as I can in Kokiri Forest as adult. So it might be a child thing. So Hyrule Field has a few grottos that have some cool items in there. Actually, probably should have got the other grottos here. Maybe I should do that right now. They have both some items and gossip stones for hints. Fire key, first fire key, and I got a hint that the OOT item is junk, or at least one of them. Do I prefer child or adult for Randall? That's actually a good question. So, for the most part, adult is generally better. For one, anything that both adult and child can do, usually adult does it better, almost every time. That's especially the case with glitches. And a lot of the dungeons, especially, Child Link struggles with. Child Link can usually do a lot of the adult dungeons, but much slower. And because a lot of this run is like, I have to first find the dungeons, and then I have to do the dungeons, Adult Link is just generally much better at doing that stuff. And so this run is going to be majority Adult Link. But I will want to make some trips child. Mark Stone of Agony there. On a wasteland is foolish. So I won't need to check anything in the wasteland. Although Haunted Wasteland is a fairly small area, so that's not a huge time save. Yeah, Haunted Wasteland has 3 checks. Gerudo Valley is foolish. That's actually a really good one. Gerudo Valley has a handful of checks that aren't too bad, and then a handful of checks that are actually kind of terrible that might require like multiple trips. So knowing that Gerudo Valley is junk is very good. Oh, I hate this fence. The fence is not lined up with the trail, which is really annoying, and then also is often invisible coming from behind it. Not very cool. So before I go back to Child here, I'm going to make a quick stop in Ganon's Castle. Not just... there's one gold skull slot I want to check here, but in addition to that, by going to Ganon's Castle, going here always makes it nighttime. And so, I don't have Sunsong yet, but this is one way I can actually control time of day. And it's really good to make it nighttime before going to Child, so I can check some nighttime Child stuff immediately. Kind of convenient. Oh, I can probably just jump in. Do a flip. And we got 4 hints right away here. Zora's Fountain is foolish. That's actually huge. Zora's Fountain Foolish is a really good one. Gate and Water Temple is junk. Saves me a check in water. Cowan House is Fire Small Key. And Temple of Time is foolish. A lot of foolish hints today. Usually I don't get more than like 2 foolish hints. And now I have 5. With 2 of them actually being significant ones. Why is it called Cow and House? So the hint itself says Malon's obstacle course. Doing Malon's obstacle course, your reward is a cow in Link's house, and then playing opponent song for the cow in Link's house is what actually gets you the item. Which I guess I should also mention, cows are randomized, so when you play opponent song for a cow, in the normal game it gives you milk, but in this it'll actually give me a random item. And yeah, the cow and house check is one of the longer checks in the run, so getting that out of the way is good. It told me that it's a fire small key, which most of the time I probably won't need to go out of my way for a fire small key. But if I do, I at least know it. It's one of the cases where it's fairly far out of the way, and I would rather not get it. But if the situation comes up where it does happen, going out of the way for it is better than blindly looking for some other one, because some other fire key could take much longer to get. Okay, so I can get an item from Malon there, and let's do this. I don't know what I'm equipping. Oh, I have a Deku Shield, right? Yeah. So luckily I got the Weird Egg earlier. And the Weird Egg allows me to wake up Talon, who is sleeping over at the castle here. Back in the graveyard is Spirit Temple. That's another good hint. Spirit is Shadow Entrance. So I'm actually doing pretty good on finding all the dungeon entrances so far. I have 6 out of 12. There's 8 regular dungeons and 4 mini dungeons. That's another hint I already got. So a lot of the hints, so every hint has at least one duplicate. So that's why you'll sometimes see me get the same hint multiple times. Like calling Ganon's Castle a mini dungeon, same. I mean, I don't want to go into like a long, over-explained, overly detailed description of dungeons and mini dungeons. Just calling it a mini dungeon is better. Maybe dungeon with boss. 8 dungeons with bosses, 4 without them. So even though I wake up Talon, usually you're supposed to wake up Talon so you can move the boxes, but it's a little faster to just do a damage boost up here. And then this so I can meet Zelda and get the item that would be Zelda's Lullaby in the base game Fire Arrows, which is very nice. And so that's there's another quality of life improvement for Randomizer there, where it skips the whole guard stealth section, just because there's no random items there. So in Randomizer we just end up skipping it to save some time. And the bridge chains here is a good way to farm rupees. So there's 3 invisible red rupees here at the top of the chains, which is really good for quick rupee farming. I can throw a pot at the skull to let it kill it. I got my first water key. When's GDQ this year? Right now. It's actually going on right now. I don't leave until Wednesday, and my run is until Saturday, but it is live at this exact moment. Alright, so I want to do bomb shoe bowling here. There's two different items. The first one was junk, the second one... yeah, I don't need that one either. I wonder if I'll regret having -1 Sculptula token soon. Oh well. Actually, how many do I have right now? 14. I think I should be fine. Surely I won't regret that. So, meeting Zelda opens up the mask shop. Normally, you have to do a big trading quest to unlock all the masks, but Randomizer has this open right away. And also has a nice quality of life thing where I can rent multiple masks at the same time. But I just need to rent the masks that actually give me something good, or do something good, or allow me to get something good. The bunny hood. So I have the bunny hood right now. So the bunny hood normally, a lot of people know about bunny hood increasing your speed in Majora's Mask, but actually it's not a thing in base Ocarina of Time. But Randomizer adds in the speed increase just because it's nice. Spirit Small Key 130. Probably want that. Deficit capacity. I kind of want that deficit capacity, actually. I'll buy this. Actually, I should be fine without it. How does GDQ get the games and consoles required for the runs? If it's for older consoles that don't really have, like, downloadable games and stuff, they usually just have, like, SNES, NES, N64, they have ones provided. For stuff, for more modern stuff, if it's like a downloadable game, you're expected to bring your own. I will be bringing my own. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, for Wii stuff, I bring my own. For N64 stuff, I use their own N64. Come on. Who's doing the seed? If you mean like who's checking the seed, the people I have on my couch are checking the seed. They already checked it. I have the final seed ready. I obviously don't know anything about it, except that it is beatable. But I do have it. And I will not check the spoiler log. Have I gotten this yet? Yeah, the couch knows. Well, two people on the couch know the seed, and one person doesn't. But I don't know who does and who doesn't. Quiver. Because I already have a bow, I don't need that quiver upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna have 4 identical seeds generated with just the model being different. And then as soon as I get on stage, I'll just install the correct one. I like these to run to crash because of Wii VC. VC crashes are very rare, but they happen in the worst cases, so 50-50. It either crashes or it doesn't. Yeah, I explained progressive upgrades earlier, but I guess I can mention it again. So, for items that have multiple upgrades, oh no, I'm really dead. I probably should do broken stick for this. For items that have multiple upgrades, the first one you get is always the base one, and then the second one you get is an upgrade, and so on. This way, you can't like get upgrades out of order. And so what that means for items with multiple of them, like for example, a bow has a bow and 2 quiver upgrades. I just need one of the 3 bows. Any one will do. Same with like hookshot. Hookshot has 2 hookshots, but the first one will just be hookshot, the second one will be long shot. Alright, so it's almost nighttime here. I actually want to wait until nighttime because there's a bunch of gold skulltulas that spawn in the graveyard at nighttime. Not graveyard, in Kakariko at nighttime. So I'm just gonna camp out here. Here, I'll do silent rules. No. So if you frame perfectly, do another roll after a bonk, you can get a silent roll where Link stays in place and makes no sound. It's something fun a lot of speedrunners like to do while just waiting. So there's something to do while just sitting around. Yeah, so Bunnyhood does increase speed. It does not in the base game, but Randomizer adds in that feature just because, of course, people like Bunnyhood going fast. Sun Song, that's super good. If I could play a song, I actually still can't play a song yet. Slingshot, that's actually also pretty nice. I think I already got this, right? Yeah. Muting Link's voice entirely. The reason I don't want to mute Link's voice entirely either is I think the voice being different at all, whether it's a different voice or no voice, I think is just it being different at all is just very awkward. Like, people are very sensitive to audio changes. Like, something being different audio-wise is something that you can often not notice, but like make it feels weird. Yeah, it's very jarring, and even if you don't notice it right away. So I think any change in Link's voice, I think I should just not do. Yeah, so I got Kiri Sword right there. So Kiri Sword is really nice to have as child, but I'm actually not going to equip it immediately. If I go to Bottom of the Well, which isn't a guarantee, I don't know where Bottom of the Well is yet, but Bottom of the Well has a trick that only works if I don't have a sword equipped. So for the time being, I prefer not to equip sword, in case that comes up. But depending on circumstances, I may want to equip it anyway. I think a Kiri Sword is a leak too. I'm actually not sure. I don't know if I've checked it yet. Oh yeah, I should mention you can't unequip swords. So once you equip a sword in this game, you cannot unequip it, unlike more modern Zelda games. So that's why I want to avoid equipping it. Because once I do, that one trick in Bottom of the Well is just completely off limits to me. Iron Boots, that's very nice. Fire Temple Compass. Fire Temple has the Force Medallion, so that means the boss of Fire Temple is Phantom Ganon, which is good. I'm actually not sure the exact way Blank A got discovered. It might have been messing with the known glitch of 1.0 having different put-away animations. Like, sometimes you don't... while doing certain animations in 1.0, Link won't go through the animation of putting his sword away. Or putting whatever item he has in his hand away. And I think someone might have been messing with that, various, like, different situations where that comes up, and found that. That'd be my best guess. Okay, I still have no way to play a song right. Okay, I would like to play Sun Song right now, because I have no way to play Song, I'm just gonna have to leave. Actually, this is a good opportunity to check my save warp location. So my initial overworld spawn is random between both adult and child. For adult, it's just the place I initially started the run. I actually don't know where child goes yet, so this is actually a good opportunity to check. Yeah, now's a good time for a quick donation. Okay, Kiri, that's actually perfect, because I wanted to come here, because I know that Longshot's here. Although, because I still don't have a bottle, there's a gold Skulltula here that needs bugs, and bugs needs a bottle. So there's still one thing I can't get here. Oh, there's Longshot. Alright, perfect. Alright, having Longshot at the 1 hour mark is fantastic. That is very good. Oh yeah, so the zero coordinate thing in Lon Lon, the reason it's really good in Hundo is because in Hundo, you usually come right from the Epona song cutscene, and your spawn point for that is right next to the 000 point. In Rando, that doesn't really come up, unless, like, the chance of, like, doing the Malin Epona song check and then immediately playing Sun Song, that happens so rarely in Rando that the 000 thing just doesn't come up very often. Thanks 3 subs, Zacharias. Oh man, a donation from Horse Pushy for $69. Thanks. Oh, I actually should have got this earlier. Oh well. So there's a few Deku Scrubs here in Lost Woods I can grab. This guy right here. Just a gold Skulltula token. So I'm at 18, and I know that 20 has 20 gold Skulltulas gives me magic. So that's really good. I'm probably gonna get that very soon. And there's one item I can get from shooting this target here. Another spirit key. Was that 2 back-to-back spirit keys? Nice. Oh, Jabu entrance is bottom of the well. That is actually a really good hint. And a bottle. Perfect. Actually, it's great that I got a bottle in a grotto. So there's the two important uses of bottle in this run. So one is catching bugs. Bugs can be used for gold Skulltulas from soft soil. So there's a lot of checks. There's 9 total skulls, gold Skulltulas behind those. And then also, a bottle can be used as a substitute for Ocarina. I can do a glitch called Ocarina Items, which will probably come up soon. And so even though I don't have an Ocarina yet, I have substitute Ocarina. So I can finally start playing songs. "19 skulls." So right here, there's a secret grotto. There's a secret grotto here, and here's a place a lot of people don't know about, where if you wear different masks here, you can get different rewards from these Deku Scrubs. In the base game, you can get a Deku Nut upgrade from Mask of Truth and a Deku Stick upgrade from Skull Mask. And a lot of people don't know about these. But these are also, of course, randomized items. A quiver. Not too important since I already got a bow, but can help a little bit. And then one more. No, there's gonna be no incentive for like 100 skulls or all medallions or something. I considered pitching all dungeons as a donation incentive, but that would add too much time. Like, I don't think they're gonna be okay with a donation incentive that adds like half an hour. Okay, so, like I said with the, substitute Ocarina thing, there's an Ocarina minigame here. So I can do this with my Ocarina items glitch. So now I'm playing a Deku Stick as an Ocarina. So in the base game, this minigame is way too long. And you have to do it 3 times and it gets longer each time. Thankfully, this version is much shorter. You only have to do the shortest first version for the item. Oh yeah, I should probably explain this. So this is a glitch called a HES, or a hyper-extended super slide. So right there, I roll into an explosion and hold slightly outside the dead zone of the control stick. And by holding slightly outside the dead zone, it makes Link do this thing where he shuffles his feet. And the shuffle feet animation has the property of preserving your speed. And when you get recoiled from a bomb, you actually have a very high speed. And so by recoiling from a bomb and then holding that slightly outside the dead zone position, I can have this really high backward speed. And that'll be the primary movement technique done throughout the run. You'll see me doing hessing a lot. Oh, come on. Die. So I want to quickly run up here to meet Saria. She'll give me an item. And then there's also going to be 2 gossip stones at the top of the maze here that I can check for hints. Okay, web cow is junk. Yeah, so I have 20 gold soul souls now, so I could go get magic. I do have to go all the way back to Kakariko to get it. So I don't think it's worth going out of the way immediately, but I will do that soon. Hover boots in Goron City, that's huge. I will be checking Goron City right now then. Go to training grounds on Zora scale. So hover boots is not required, but helps a huge amount. Things become so much easier with hover boots. Oh, I still haven't marked Deku Shield. Whoops. Yeah, I've had plenty of seeds without hover boots. It happens a good amount. Like Kikiri Sword. Well, Kikiri Sword, like I said, I don't want to equip it because I'm going to go to Bottom of the Well soon. Especially after I got that hint about where Bottom of the Well is, which is a very convenient location, actually. And there's hover boots, perfect. The Jabu cow is junk. Hovers. So there's one more chest in this room, but I got a hint that it was junk, so I'm not going to bother getting it. And also, another thing about Hessing is you see me clipping through all these rocks. So Hessing makes you go fast enough that you can often clip through certain things with rounded collision like that. And there I do a Mega Slide Hop, which is rolling into the explosion and doing a slide hop backwards to clip through a wall. And that lets me... Normally you're supposed to use Zelda's Lullaby to get into this room, but with that, I don't need it. There's a few things I can check here in Definite Crater. There's this Deku Scrub. Ooh, I'm gonna be really short on time. Actually, no, I should be fine. Oh, now I'll be very fine. So I'll just go in this grotto to reset my timer. So the way the timer works is you get 8 seconds for every heart you have, or 1 second for every eighth of a heart you have. The game actually keeps track of health in increments of 16ths, not just quarters like you normally see. There's actually a cool glitch where if you have exactly 1/16th health, the timer won't come up at all. The only way to get it, though, is with fire or ice damage, and there's not really... Even though this is a lava area, there's no, like, fire keys or something that can get it for me. Not too important right now, anyway. But it's a cool detail that it can often be used for, like, going through Fire Temple without Goron Tunic or something. So I can do a Mega Flip down here to get this Gold Skulltula Soft Soil. And nothing good, so I can just jump down here. So if I had Saria's song, I actually got a hint earlier that Darunia's dance is a wallet. If I had Saria's song, I could get that right now, but I do not. And so I will be poor. So by lighting all these torches, it makes this pot spin. And there's one other thing I want... There's actually two things I want to do here. There's a rolling Goron that is rolling up on the upper level here, and you have to hit him at a certain point in his roll. Alright, nice. And it just so happens that lighting that pot lines up perfectly with using a bomb chew from the lower level to hit him up here. Now, for actually getting this pot, normally you're supposed to throw a bomb into the pot, and I don't have bombs right now. So I'm gonna have to use Bomb Chews. Bomb Chews has, it's fairly annoying, but has a certain particular setup. Let's see. Oh, no. Wait, no. Wait, I forgot the setup. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, you know what, actually, I think I should forget about this for now. Yeah, I know, I can... Okay, I can give it one more try. I remember the setup now. I got it confused with something else. There's a lot of setups to remember this run, especially a lot of things that only come up every now and then, so it's easy to forget them. Okay, this should work. Yeah, that's it, okay. Here we go. Also, so this spinning pot thing, a lot of people have a misconception that thinking it's random what item you get from it, but it's actually all just timing. I got a forest key there. Forest key is actually fairly good, especially considering I had to skip that one forest key earlier. No, I want to go this way. But yeah, it's all just a timing thing. It's a skill issue. If you fail it, it's a skill issue. I visited the Goron shop as an adult. Okay, 2-drop, nice. Okay, so now I want to go to Jabu. I do not have a scale yet, so there's this shortcut to there's a shortcut from Kikiri Forest, or from Lost Woods to Zora's River, normally you're supposed to dive there, but you can do a precise jump slash to clip into the stone and hit the loading zone early. Oh no. There's my first ice trap. So there's a few ice trap items throughout the game where if you get that item, you instantly get frozen. There's the first one, I guess. Yeah, there's a scale in GTG, but I haven't gotten to GTG yet. Oh wait, I already checked the grotto up here, didn't I? Whoops, okay. Doesn't really matter, I'll just... Here, I'll use you. Alright, what does this guy sell? Piece of heart. Nope. Soil skull. So the soil here is actually the one soft soil spot that does not have a gold skull soil. So no, I will skip it. Yeah, I like the Goron sound as the Cuckoo. How many keys are necessary for each dungeon in order to check everything? So the number of keys I'm looking for each dungeon changes, both based on the dungeon and also based on whether it's Master Quest or not. And it also changes depending on if I want to just beat the dungeon or if I want to check everything in the dungeon. So I'll have to go through them individually dungeon by dungeon, but like for a few examples, Forest Temple, I'll usually want at least 2 keys for Forest Temple, 3 if it's Master Quest. If I have less than that, I can beat it with worst case scenario 1 or even 0 keys, but I have to do some harder tricks. Fire Temple, if it's vanilla Fire Temple, 4 keys is what I'm looking for. Master Quest, I think Master Quest only needs 2. 2 if I have a lot of items and can do hard tricks. 3 or 4 if I want it to be more safe. Master Quest Water Temple needs nothing. Master Quest Original Water Temple, I only need 2 keys to check everything in Water Temple, but if I have 4 or more, I don't have to save scum, which is nice. Okay, so here, I activated the diving game, and then also started lighting the torches here. I have just enough time to light the torches and do the game at the same time, or light the torches while the timer is going for the game. Zora's Fountain is the foolish one, not Domain. Also got another bottle there. No, I'm not worrying about not having chat for instant GDQ because I still have my couch. My couch is gonna call me stupid if I forget something. Alright, so here, King Zora is blocking the way to Zora's Fountain. Okay, Sunsong Grave is junk. But there's a glitch I can do to get past him. I'm going to climb the ledge and shield an explosion as soon as I climb the ledge. This gives me a glitch called Ledge Cancel, where you see my camera is really glitched right now, and this makes Link not interact with rounded collision at all. King Zora is very round, and so you can actually just walk right through him with that. And going into Jabu here, so Jabu normally needs a fish. You're normally supposed to feed him a fish to get inside, but you can do a jump slash on the side to jump right into his mouth. And here's bottom of the well. So here's that trick I was talking about where I wanted to intentionally not equip the Curie Sword. So I'm gonna go in front of this crawl space, I'm gonna take out a stick, and then try to enter it, and then immediately interrupt entering it with a Deku Nut. Actually, this is Master Quest. I didn't even consider whether or not this was gonna be Master Quest or vanilla. So actually this does not matter in Master Quest, so I need to deactivate this glitch. I can deactivate it by dropping a bomb chew right as it explodes. So it being Master Quest, well, that means that I can equip the Curie Sword right away and don't have to worry about that. But it's actually a little bit annoying because there's fewer checks in Bomb of the Well as child. It's actually kind of better to do this as adult. It's kind of weird, like, child Bomb of the Well, or regular Bomb of the Well is much better as child, but Master Quest is much better as adult. But I couldn't know that ahead of time. I didn't get a map or anything that would have told me. But I can manage. I can get some things here. Oh, Deku Tree boss is, Baronade. So that's a good one to know because Baronade is one of the bosses that needs one very specific item, in that case, a boomerang. So I have no way to beat Deku Tree without the boomerang now. Okay, so I'm gonna do a trick to get to Dead Hand early here. There's some vines here. If I drop, re-grab the vines, and then get hit by an explosion right as I re-grab the vines, it actually clips me through the wall. I can swim in invisible water there. So there's normally just shallow water that goes all around Bomb of the Well, but the shallow water actually extends downwards infinitely. All water sources extend downwards infinitely. And so I can actually swim through that water, and that lets me get here early. Normally you're supposed to drain the water and go through a crawl space. And there's a secret item under that rubble pile there, but that looks like that was just a rupee. I guess I'm not full on rupees, so I might as well give it. Yeah, ISG is a frame perfect trick, but it's one of those easy frame perfect tricks because you can retry it very easily. And it's 20 FPS, which isn't too bad. Alright, so I'm not gonna be able to check everything in here. I'm gonna have to skip one thing. Or no, like 3 things, I think. There's just one last thing I can get down here. Oh, it is super good that I got that, the Megaton Hammer. So that's super important. The only way to beat Volvagia is with the hammer. And so that means one more boss I can actually beat. Super big item. Oh, right. Technically there is a way to clip back past King's Aura. Do I remember how to do this? It's probably better to save warp, actually, because my save warp location is Kikiri Forest anyway. There is a way to clip past him from the back, but it's fairly annoying, so I'm just gonna take the easy way out. Getting hammered in the basement. Yeah. Okay, do I want to go... Okay, I think I want to go to Lon Lon Ranch, because there's a few things I can get because I woke up Talon at the ranch. And then I'm probably going to go straight back to Adult. But item-wise now, I'm doing pretty good. I have bomb shoes. Bombs would be nice to have, but if I just have shoes, that's okay. I have hover boots, I have long shot, I have bow. I'm going to get magic soon. A wallet. So I'm actually looking very well equipped. Hammer. Can I still play the game casually? It depends on what you mean by that. Like, I know how to play the game casually, and I still think the game is good casually, but at the same time, I don't really have a reason to play it casually. Like, I play the game casually a ton as a child. It's not like I missed out on anything. Epona song. Okay, this is kind of an annoying place to get Epona song. So, like I said, I can use a bottle as a substitute for an ocarina, but normally I'd like to use... Normally ocarina items uses a different item in your hand to play ocarina. And in this room over here, there's 2 cows in here that I want to play Epona song for, but I can't use any other items here. There is one other way I can play ocarina, which is putting away the bottle and then on the very next frame, pressing the bottle item again. It's fairly annoying, but it's probably my best thing. It's the only thing I can do here. Okay, got it. But I really don't like this method. It's something I try to avoid if I can, but if I'm right here, it's kind of hard to justify skipping it. At least I got Giant's Knife out of it. That's... Big Orange Sword would be better, but Giant's Knife can actually be used for a few different tricks. Even if I don't use it for combat all that much, since it'll break super easily. Giant's Knife can be good for... there's a certain switch in Fire Temple where you can actually do hammer power crouch stab with Giant's Knife, and because of Giant's Knife's extra reach, I can actually reach all the way through through a gate, which helps me do a certain section backwards. There's a few other clips I can do, although they don't come up very often. And then I can also just do crouch stab with it, so I can still get the benefits of the extra damage without worrying about breaking it. Okay, a fire key is nice. So I don't actually know if Fire Temple is Master Quest or Vanilla yet. If it's Master Quest, I'm good on keys. If it's Vanilla, I'd like one more. No horse pushy. In that case, I guess the horse was pushing me. Oh, don't go that way. I think I wanted to buy... Yeah, there's one key I wanted to buy here. I'm not going to explain horse, but horse pushy is way too complicated to explain for a trick that isn't relevant. Isn't relevant to this run before anyone gets upset. They need to know. I can't explain literally every glitch in the game, or I'd be here for hours. I have a time limit. It is cool, but some other GDQ. Maybe if I do low percent at some other GDQ, it'll get its shot. No, I didn't forget Slingshot Game. I got it. Alright, so back to adult. So first thing I want to do is go get magic. So I have enough gold skull souls for it. Actually, how many do I have? Because I know that 30... Okay, 25. So I can get magic. If I get 5 more, I can get Big Oron Sword and don't have to worry about Giant's Knife breaking. How do I know where to get magic? I got a hint about magic earlier in the run. There's always one guaranteed hint about magic, but I actually got lucky and got a secondary hint about... a hint about just... And one item being in some general area, which happened to be magic. So I actually got lucky and I know both my magic hints. I know where both magic locations are. Yeah, the put away OI is with putting away the bottle and then the next frame pressing the bottle again. I forgot, I can equip swap Bunny Hood. So this will be the first use of a glitch called equip swap, where I hover the cursor over an item. So in this case, I'll like hover over Bunny Hood, switch the screen here, and on first possible frame, when switching back to the item screen, I can press up left or up right and the C button, and it'll equip the item I was hovering over the item slot of the first item it goes to, which in that case was the Bunny Hood going over Din's Fire. What was this again? This is just junk. That's, yeah. Alright, but there's my magic. It's very nice. What was Shadow Entrance? Shadow Entrance was Spirit Temple. Okay, I don't want to go there yet. Jabu was Bomb of the Well Entrance. I do want to go to Jabu. Yeah, right now. Actually, no. There's... Oh, actually, there's two things I want to do. So, I want to get this cow. So there's a cow in Impa's house here. I can get... So, normally, to milk this cow, you would normally go through the secret exit on the back side of the house. The problem is, if I were to dump bugs on the backside, like in this cage where the cow is, if I were to dump bugs back there, the bugs would actually clip up to the top of the ceiling there. Oh, I missed it. So I actually can't do this trick from the other entrance, because the bugs clip up. So I have to go the long way around. There we go. The reason I wait there for a bit is, if I happen to fail the trick and I dump the bugs too early, they can dig in the ground at the same time as the first set of bugs dig in the ground, and then I just can't recatch the bugs again. So it's safer to just wait a little bit. And there's also one trick I can get in here, or one item I can get here. If you pull out Ocarina in front of the windmill guy here, he'll give you an item. But Ocarina items works just fine. But it's nothing. Alright, so I found out earlier that Jabu is the Bomb of the Well entrance here. I want to go back to Jabu right now. So I'm going to do a clip here where I send a bomb chew around the wall here. I'm going to do a ledge clip. So if I target, on the first frame I grab a ledge, and I target a wall right next to it. Targeting a wall always makes Link face directly towards that wall. And if I do that while grabbing a ledge, the way it turns Link's body ends up making him clip through the wall. And then the bomb explosion pushes me through the wall. And I can clip directly in here. Alright, and so this is the Master Quest version of Jabu. Master Quest Jabu is really weird. It's infamous for having these cows in the wall, and these cows actually act as switches. And these cow switches actually only activate when hit by a slingshot. Now, normally Adult can't use the slingshot, but thanks to the equip swap glitch, which I used earlier to equip the Bunny Hood as Adult, I can also use it to equip Slingshot as Adult. There's one catch where, if you see how my ammo isn't going down, it actually is, it's just my bow ammo going down. So when you use Slingshot as Adult, it actually uses your bow ammo. So you actually need both the Slingshot and the bow in order to use Slingshot as Adult. Luckily I have both, so I don't have to worry. There's a chest here. So this water geyser is supposed to block you from opening this door, but if I get the infinite sword glitch right in front of it, it can't push me upwards, and so I can open the door from behind. And I can also jump slash through this water here. Oh, I never explained the infinite sword glitch, did I? So earlier I talked about how doing a crouch stab will has no damage value associated with it, so it does the damage of your last attack. Like those crouch stabs were doing jump slash damage because jump slash was my last attack. If you interrupt that crouch stab with some action like talking to an NPC or picking up a bomb or opening a chest or something, the hitbox for your sword won't close, and so you can keep that hitbox infinitely swinging and call that the infinite sword glitch. And because it's done from your crouch stab damage, it also has the same damage as that, which means you could say jump slash, do the infinite sword glitch, and now you're doing jump slash damage every frame, which is really cool. That's not slingshot. Alright, there's 2 more cows in here that drop chests. Song of Storms, that's pretty good. There's a handful of secret grottos that can only be opened with Song of Storms. And even with glitches, there's not really a way around it, so that's good to have. I will not Vibruto in Master Quest. Master Quest just doesn't have Vibruto. Sorry. Really? Alright, so I would normally need Boomerang to stun this thing here. But using the Infinite Sword glitch, I can actually try to clip through it like this. This can sometimes lead to a soft lock, which is why I saved earlier. Okay, but I'm good. I'm not planning any specific dungeons for the GDQ seed. It's gonna be all random. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I told the seed checkers a few things I would like it'd be nice if I need the light arrow hint, and you know, I'd like to do cool tricks and stuff. Something that lets me do enough cool tricks. But I do not want to have too much influence on the seed. The whole reason it's interesting is I don't know what I'm doing going into it. Strength. Goron Bracelet. So Goron Bracelet isn't too important. It's one of the few things where the second upgrade is actually the best. It's not too important right now, but the first strength upgrade actually prevents me from doing a glitch that isn't really relevant anymore. For how far I am in the seed. Do I actually want to do this right now? I think I'm gonna skip this actually. Yeah. I'm gonna... There's a few things I can still do in Jabu, but I think it's best to not bother with it right now, especially because I'm kind of low on explosives. The percentage of impossible seeds is like, it's very low. I'd say from the seeds I've done, maybe like 2%. It's pretty low. So at the end of Master Quest Jabu, there's this big electric thing at the end blocking the final room. There's a cool glitch I can do where I shoot this cow and then try to open the door right as it activates. And now the electric thing is gone. And if I mega flip over there, I can just go straight to the end. So that helps skipping what would normally require boomerang. Oh, I cannot do this mega flip. Mega flips are hard. Here, I'm gonna do the easier version. Really, I waited a tiny bit too long. You have to do that mega flip like at the peak of the platform, the peak of the platform cycle, which is why I had to wait for it. I have hover boots. I could just use hover boots. I kind of forgot I have hover boots. I have the get out of jail free button. I have the easy mode button and I just forgot. And long shot. Yeah, I could hook shot there too. Whatever. It's easy to forget. Oh, is that a bomb bag? I will take that. Very nice. So it looks like I just shot a random place in the wall. That puzzle is weird where you're supposed to shoot the cow 3 times, and every time you shoot it, it rises up. Oh, silver gauntlets, that's nice. And it eventually rises up to where the switch is behind it. So it looks like you're shooting the cow 3 times. Wow. Oh, yeah, because I got a hint about the other magic being in Jabu too. Alright, so now I have double magic and silver gauntlets. And bomb bag. So, very good haul in Jabu. I actually should have fed him a chew. In the GDQ run, I'll make sure to feed him a chew if I can. I'll do a ground jump, feed him a bomb. Alright, but here is Dungeon 2 beaten. I don't think the Miku model has any changes with gauntlets or tunics. Goron Ruby. And Neighbor's Love. This was from Jabu. Alright, so I think at this point I can mostly focus on the dungeons. So where do I want to go now? So I don't have any warp songs yet. I wanted to go to Forest Temple. I'm gonna go through Goron City for that. So I still need to find a lot of dungeon entrances. Save warp. Okay, I think save warp would have been faster, like 20 seconds ago, but I think at this point I should just test. But yeah, save warp would have been better. Oh well. Actually, it's probably good because now I can get a Deku Scrub Grotto over here. There's a secret grotto over here with 3 scrubs. A lot of people don't know about this one. Oh, I can use the hammer here. So a cool hammer trick is that shockwave from hammer will make all Deku Scrubs that are around instantly pop up. So really nice for these kinds of grottos. 4 keys for Fire Temple, that's really good. Thanks for resub, MW. Wait, was there something I wanted to buy? Oh, there's actually something I wanted to buy back at CAC. It doesn't matter right now. I can get it later. Not super important right now. Yeah, Forest Temple. Oh, actually, before I go to Forest Temple, I should make it nighttime. So luckily I got Sun Song. So Mido's blocking the way here, but you can just easily Mega Flip over him, or even just a regular backflip also works. The Mega Flip's a little bit faster. There's a gold Skulltula up here. You're supposed to get this using a magic beam, but for the precise hook shot, you can just grab it from down here, and that's 30 Skulltulas. That means I can get Bigoron Sword now next time I go to Kakariko. Oh, did I not get this as earlier? I was meant to get this as a child. Alright, coming up here, I'm going to do a glitch called a ground jump, where I set down a bomb and I try to grab it while shielding and targeting. And this prevents me from picking it up, and then after the bomb explodes, I can try to do a backflip, and it ends up doing a forward jump instead. So I can jump up and grab that ledge. And a nice way to skip the entire Circuit Force Meadow Maze. And because I got Song of Storms earlier, there's another secret Song of Storms grotto here, with more Deku Scrubs. So I can see if they have any good items. Alright, so at this point, gold Skulltulas are just junk, so I don't need those anymore. Alright, we have Ganon's Castle entrance. This is Vanilla Ganon's Castle. Any plans for February 21st this year? Officially no, but I'm fairly sure there will be something. A forest key in the forest trial. More bomb shoes, always nice. Ice Cavern is Master Quest. And a shadow key. Alright, I'm gonna do a trick here where I'm gonna slide off a bunch. Alright, that probably looks really weird, but what was happening there is I was constantly unloading and reloading the main room here. And there's actually a bug with the light beams that connect to the main barrier, where they don't unload when you reload. When you leave and re-enter the room, they don't. The original one doesn't unload, but it reloads a new pair. And so I ended up loading a bunch of extra light beams. If I look up here, you'll see that they look like much brighter than they're supposed to. That's because there's like 17 of them duped over each other. And the reason for that is it's gonna end up unloading something. So normally in front of the light trial, there's a big gold gauntlets block. And, oh, boomerang, that's huge. Oh, okay, I can just do this. There's normally a big gold gauntlets block right in front of the light trial, but here you see there's nothing, and I can just walk right in. But I had to be careful with exactly how much I loaded, because if I do it wrong, if I load too much stuff, then there'll be nothing in this room. And the entire reason I want to come in here is because there's 7 total chests in here, which is extremely good. Ocarina, finally. Okay, I can finally stop relying on Ocarina items all the time. Nocturne of Shadow. And I always mark the wrong song there. Thanks, Nina. Alright, so I have to intentionally void out of bounds there because there's still so much extra stuff loaded. I had to make sure that I need to unload it just to make sure that things actually will load properly. So I want to come back here to Shadow. There's one thing I skipped in here. I can use fire arrows here. So this is the what's normally the Gold Gauntlets chest. It's usually pretty far out of the way, but because I'm pretty well equipped with both long shot and fire arrows, it's good to get. Although there's nothing. Will I use the Miku model at GDQ? If you donate for it. It'll be a donation incentive to use one of 4 models. It'll be between Miku, Dampé, Waluigi, and Dark Link. And you will choose with your money. Gift money. You cannot donate for regular Link, but that's kind of why Dark Link is there. Dark Link is kind of the vanilla option. Normally you're supposed to use Bomb Chews on that switch, but by pulling out the bow, putting it away and then immediately pulling it out 1 frame later while holding up, you can shoot a little bit through the wall. And that's just a little bit faster to just shoot through the wall instead of use a Bomb Chew. No, Dark Link won't use the voice pack. I'm not using a voice pack at all because I think any voice pack is going to be too distracting. Does the trending Luigi file name increase my worry of Waluigi winning? Is Luigi winning for like a lot of file names? I saw one for Wind Waker. Is it winning for more than just that? I mean, it would be funny if Waluigi didn't win because of that, but yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's very curious why Luigi is winning. I wonder why. I guess everyone is just a really big fan of Luigi. It's the Year of Luigi 2. Can't believe they made a sequel to Year of Luigi. Who knows? I guess we'll never. People are just such a big fan of the green guy. Metroid Prime 4 on stream. Yeah, when Metroid Prime 4 comes out, I'll definitely stream it. Someday that is totally an existing day in the future. Someday that will totally happen. Unamas today. No Unamas, because of doing commentary. It'd be rough to do Unamas after doing a full commentated run. So up here, King Zora is frozen in ice as adult, and you normally need to unfreeze him with blue fire, but you can also unfreeze him by reading a sign, just like that. So if you are able to pan the camera over to King Zora while a text box is up, it causes a glitch with the red ice loading, and then just leaving and re-entering the room will make him be unfrozen. So, Zora's Fountain, I got a hint about Zora's Fountain being junk, so I don't need to do anything here. So I just want to go straight to Ice Cavern. It's actually too bad, I even have Iron Boots, so I could get the item at the very bottom if I wanted, but I know that it's not good. Deku. Alright, Deku Tree is good. I think I'm gonna get the bottom stuff first. Yeah, and I can beat the dungeon because I have Boomerang. So I got a hint earlier that Baronade is the boss, which initially is worrying because I can't beat Baronade without Boomerang, but luckily I just got Boomerang very recently. So everything is good. And I'm very well equipped item-wise too. Should be able to get everything here. I don't even know if I need to use some annoying glitches. I usually Deku Tree Master Quest is kind of annoying because I need to do like a combination of quick put away stuff and maybe some hovering stuff. But actually, this all seems, with fire arrows especially, I get to do everything kind of the basic way. Except for this one thing over here. So I got a hint earlier that the item under this block is, what was it, a key? Shadow key, yeah. So I know this has a Shadow Temple key. There we go. So normally, obviously you need Song of Time for that normally, but by just barely hookshotting the very edge of the chest you can clip in. The reason it's so precise there is if you shoot too far in like the middle of the chest, you'll actually get crushed. Nothing good there. And nothing else. Oh yeah, mentioning the actor rotation thing. Yeah, it's a good thing to mention. So, in Master Quest especially, Master Quest likes to have a lot of things rotated on their axis. And the problem with that is that in this game, when things are rotated, their hitbox does not rotate. The hitbox will always be the same orientation. It can be like squished or stretched depending on what way they're rotated, but it'll never, the hitbox itself will never actually rotate. And so there's some things that because they rotate will visually be offset. The hitbox will be offset visually from where they should be. So some things will, if you ever see me like aim above something, like those eggs from earlier, it looked like I was aiming above the eggs. That's because the hitbox was just offset a bit because of that. It can get really annoying with stuff like torches, especially, ooh, light arrows, perfect. Don't have to worry about light arrows now. Oh, I got all 3 bomb bags within like 10 minutes. But yeah, the rotation thing can get annoying with stuff like torches where it looks like you're supposed to aim a lot lower than you actually are. It's especially annoying in Water Temple, if Water Temple happens to be Master Quest. But yeah, I kind of touched on this earlier, but Master Quest has a lot of kind of janky stuff with it. Like the rotated actors with the hitboxes not rotating properly. A lot of puzzles that can easily be skipped over because they're just not like planned out super well. It's not necessarily a bad thing. There's, in fact, in the context of a rando, there's interesting ways you can go about things because of it. Like the jank actually introduces interesting solutions. But yeah, Master Quest is just kind of weird sometimes. Yeah, it loves Song of Time blocks, it loves cows. Alright, so here in Deku Tree, so I've got all the items in here, the only thing left to do is go to the boss. There's a cool way to go to the boss by grabbing onto this ledge here. When this platform goes into the ground, I'll sink into the ground with it, and if I drop and jump slash, I get a jump slash recoil, and I will go directly back into the boss loading zone. So, loading zones for the boss always exist no matter where you are in a dungeon. And so in that case, the loading zone was directly behind me, so if I just got enough speed so that I could actually touch the loading zone, it can just take me straight to the boss. Now this is how most boss key skips work, and I mentioned earlier that boss key skips are not allowed in this, but luckily the trial dungeons just don't have boss keys at all. So this is perfectly fine. And there's one more boss done. Yeah, this is commentary practice for GDQ. Flare of Fire, nice. Finally getting some warp songs is nice, so I can actually move throughout the world faster. Alright, so dungeon-wise, I'm halfway through. I have 3 out of 6 dungeons beaten. Where do I... So I actually still need to find some more dungeon entrances. I still don't know where... Actually, it's only Water... Water, Ice Cavern, and GTG are the only ones I don't know yet. I guess I can go to Water Temple. I don't know Water Temple entrance yet. There's a nice quick way there. So, Zora's Domain has a shortcut to Lake Hylia, but you're supposed to only be able to go through it as a child, because as adult it's frozen over. But there's a way I can go out of bounds for it, so I can clip through that wall very easily with Jump Slash. And there's still water here, and if I swim in the out of bounds water, I can jump down to this unloaded bottom area of Zora's Domain. So there's actually a loading trigger on the stairs, and this area is actually separated into 2 parts. But by going out of bounds there, I skip the load trigger for the bottom area. Can I super swim off this guy? Nice. Perfect. I'm gonna go fishing. So there's a fun bug with fishing. A lot of people know this is like a very old thing, where if you use hover boots as you cast the fishing rod, you can actually move around while fishing, and it's a nice way to... It's actually a nice way to catch fish quickly. No, that's not a bomb. Actually, you know what? I should probably... Oh. So, the Iron Boots... I, made sure the Iron Boots sound was Great Fairy. This is the best Iron Boots sound. I had to have this for the GDQ seed. Alright, so water entrance is actually water temple. We have a vanilla entrance. And this is also vanilla water temple. One issue is that this is... I only have one key. I would really prefer at least 2 keys for water. I'm gonna check a little bit of it, but... How much should I do here? I can do a decent amount. So, I can clip out of bounds to get into this room early. Normally you're not supposed to be able to open chests underwater, but if you hookshot them first, you can. And in this room I'm actually trapped. I have to save and reset to get out of here. Yeah, doing commentary and playing at the same time is definitely pretty tricky. I know some of my commentary I'm definitely forgetting some stuff and messing up on some stuff, but that's what practice is for. I think overall it's not too bad. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got silvers earlier. Yeah, and the couch is supposed to fill in the blanks anyway. I'm sure anything I forget, I'm sure they'll get. Yeah, anytime for dead air, I'll just say donation. Well, even if I'll probably forget to say donations, but I'm sure someone on the couch will. So here, when I'm swimming out of bounds here, there's some invisible load triggers that extend just a little bit outside of these tunnels. And so if I can swim into them, I can load the next room from out of bounds. So I can go up here. And when I clip out of bounds here again, I'm going to do a glitch called a triple slash clip, where I slash the sword 3 times to do the sword combo, and then immediately pull out hookshot. And this forces Link to do a big step backwards. And that step backwards is fast enough that it can clip you out of bounds sometimes. That just clipped me through the wall where that chest was. And this lets me do some quick movement to a different room in a water temple. Oh yeah, couch is gonna be Runner Guy, Adef, and Vidya. Vidya James, author of the legendary Blue Dog video. Oh, come on. Alright, we have some more Great Fairy laughing coming up. Actually, wait, I need to check something. Okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot, I need a clip. VOD Sleepers kind of love this one. I'm a bit less concerned about VOD Sleepers for a GDQ run. The one run where I would prefer people not fall asleep. I hope my run isn't that boring. Please do not plan those boots in GDQ, I beg of you. No, they will be planned out in for sure. I mean, I'm not going to use the boots that much. It's the entire reason I'm okay with it is because it's only going to come up a few times. Like, if it was something that would be frequent, I would not do it. Yeah, the seed has been checked to be both make sure it's possible and to make sure it's fun and interesting. But your ears, dude, you can handle it for like 30 seconds. All right, I'm gonna do a cool trick here that I very rarely get to do. I'm gonna drop a bomb here, do a quick spin, and use Din's Fire. So by doing a quick spin and then immediately using Din's Fire, I can actually act out of the Din's Fire animation if I get hit. And I'm gonna get hit and try to open this door at the same time. This interrupts opening the door. And this means that the room I tried to open and this room were loaded at the same time. And some of the stuff in this room got unloaded. Mainly the water. Now if I try to climb up here, I can actually open this door. Which I'm not supposed to be able... There's normally water there, so I wasn't supposed to be able to open that door underwater. But with that I can. Now I can do this room. Actually, one thing that's mildly annoying about this trick, so there's two ways I can do this room. If the water is raised, then I have to do this trick to enter this room early. If the water is lowered at the bottom, I don't have to do a weird trick to get into the center room, but I can do a different trick to skip killing those enemies here and swim to this chest out of bounds. But I have to choose one or the other. Fire key, okay. Because I already have 4 fire keys, I will actually consider that fire key junk. And I'm going to save scum that key. Oh yeah, so save scumming. So a lot of the time, because I don't know what I'm getting from each chest, if I have to use a key to open a door, and then I get something behind the door and there's nothing good there, if I want to keep the key, I can just reset to get the key back, just like this. So just saving and resetting to not actually lose the key, even though I still gained the information I get. Yeah, I leave for GDQ on Wednesday. Will I ever come back? No, I'm actually leaving forever. Oh, actually, I can just long shot this. Forest key. I have enough forest keys, so I'm going to consider that junk too, so I gotta save scum that. I can technically get a little bit more in water, but it'd be kind of annoying. I think at this point, it's best to leave. If I get one more key, then I can do the rest of water very easily, but I think for now, I get out of here. I forgot, did I get Requiem and forget to mark it? What are my warp songs? Okay, just Bolero and Nocturne. So I actually know now that Spirit and GTG entrances must be Ice and GTG. I think I can actually skip those. What's fire entrance again? Fire shadow. I think... Yeah, I think I go to Fire Temple right now. Fire entrance, which is Shadow Temple. So 3 keys is hopefully enough. It should be good. Also I have Furrow's Wind, which is really nice. Actually, no, yeah, it's guaranteed good. Everything's fine. Oh, I shouldn't have set Furrow's Wind here. Whatever. Not important. Not that important, I mean. I do not know the boss of Shadow yet. As long as it's not Twinrova, I'm good, but it could still be Twinrova. But I can Void Warp to the end, and it's not... I think it's probably worth it to do the Void Warp. Oh, I should be hessing. Running guys on the couch but not dry. I mean, it's kind of hard to, 1, have someone on the couch who's not there. And 2, I mean, I'm sure dry knows plenty, but for commentators, I'd prefer people with more in-depth knowledge and more speedrunning experience. Yeah, Dry is kind of busy being on the other side of the planet at the time of GDQ. Would an AI trained on this Twitch chat be good at commentary? Chat? Absolutely not, no. You guys would be the worst OT commentators, oh my god. Okay, you wouldn't be the worst. You'd be the best Twitch chat at commentating. I can give you that. Ice Cavern Compass, that tells me nothing. So this room here in Shadow Temple, this is actually the one room in any of the Master Quest dungeons that is completely identical to vanilla. There is no changes here whatsoever. I guess the guy in charge of this just forgot about this room. Do I have lens? No. Alright, I just have to go for it. Okay, it's fine. I probably don't need to save scum this, but just in case. Oh, I have long shot. I use a GameCube controller. Yeah, the Silver Ruby sound is fantastic. Okay, now. Don't die. Alright, here's the low health sound, finally. Do you guys like the low health sound? Yeah, I think this is the best low health sound. Oh wait, I forgot, I don't have Lullaby. Alright, so I have the boss key, but I don't have Zelda's Lullaby, but I do have a different way to beat the dungeon, which is with a Froze Wind Void Warp. So I'm going to set Froze Wind here, and now I'm going to go to Spirit Temple, which I know is at the Shadow Temple entrance. Oh yeah, Bolero. Alright, so I actually don't think I know if it's MQ or not. Okay, it's Vanilla Spirit. Alright, so normally there's like a child side and an adult side of the Spirit Temple, and adult is not supposed to be able to get to the child side like this, but by doing a super slide and clipping through the wall with hover boots, I can get over here. And these fires here. So this gate here, you're not supposed to be able to grab that gate from the back, and so there's like a glitchy property of it where if you actually do grab it from the back, you clip through the ground there. Nice for going backwards here. I can just shoot this guy with a fire arrow. There's one more chest back here. Just some bombs. And then here I want to do... Normally I would just exit right away right here. But I want to do a setup for what a glitch called a Void Warp. First, I actually need to enter specifically from this door. This will be important for the next part. So now, what I want to do is I have Froze Wind set in Shadow Temple, and I want to use Froze Wind, but I want to use it while I'm falling into a void, and use it as soon as I void out. So I'm going to put Froze Wind here. I'm going to do a very short hover and try to use Froze Wind as I fall back on the ground here. Use it. And now, when I use Froze Wind there, it tries to warp me back to Shadow Temple, but the Void tries to reload me at the room at my respawn point. And what it ends up doing is it puts me in Shadow Temple, but with my respawn coordinates from Spirit Temple, which happens to load this room at those coordinates towards the end of the room with the boat. And now I'm at the end of Shadow Temple. Actually, do I want to bother checking everything? I probably should, just in case. Actually, no, I should check the boss first, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, I'll still keep Froze Wind here, though. Yeah, because I already had the boss key. Alright, so it's Volvagia. That's perfect because I have the hammer. So before I actually go start the Volvagia fight, I'm going to do a glitch called a Weird Shot. So this is where I roll into a bomb and hold down and try to pull out the bow, and it causes some glitchy animations to happen. And it lets me shoot the bow under the ground, and you can actually shoot Volvagia before the fight starts and damage Volvagia down. So it's impossible to actually kill Volvagia before the fight starts, but I can do enough damage that a single hit will kill. But the reason the hammer is required is because you always, in order to do the killing blow to Volvagia, you always need to do one stun with the hammer. So this right here, and then this will kill. Chuval, quick kill is cooler than weird shot. I actually think the weird shot is probably cooler. Well, I think it depends on context. This is Shadow. I think both are pretty cool. I think like overall, the weird shot is cooler, but the Chew Nut one is also pretty cool. But the reason I generally go for weird shot in randos is because it saves explosives. I do have 50 chews, so I could have done Chew Nut. So I want to go back in a dungeon just to use Fro's Wind. So I can check the last few items at Shadow Temple. I probably don't need to check them. I'm pretty well equipped, and I can probably just focus on dungeons, but this will be quick. Oh, I actually forgot something. I forgot to switch. I actually need to think about what other dungeons I want to do now. So I still don't have another water key. If I get another water key, I think water would be a good decision. Without it... I need 2 more dungeons. I think Fire and Spirit are probably the best ones to do after this. Alright, so here's another janky MQ room. So there's an extra Dead Hand fight in the Master Quest version here in this room. And you're supposed to activate Dead Hand by blowing up his hiding spot. The one problem with this room in Master Quest, though, is his spawn radius is actually bigger than the room. And so there's actually a pretty good chance he can just spawn out of bounds here, even in a completely casual playthrough. Didn't happen here, but it's not uncommon. That's a key there. Is that a Ganon's Castle key? Yeah. Right, I don't actually need that, but good to have. And then this will be it for checking all of Shadow Temple. Yeah, if he spawns out of bounds, you need to reset either by leaving the room. So for that room specifically, the door is unlocked, so you can just leave the room. For the normal fights where you would get Lens of Truth or Hover Boots, those ones you can't just warp out of. You can't just leave the room, I mean. Spirit, okay, now I want to go back to Spirit. No, if Dead Hand spawns out of bounds, you have to just reset. There's no way to kill him out of bounds. Because he just continues falling forever, and he actually falls past the normal death zone. So like, Link will void out after going to negative 4,000 units, but he will actually continue falling until like negative 25,000 or something. So, oh, I should not have unequipped boots there. So I can do another super slide to clip through the pillar here. I did not need to do that. So I actually don't need to do this skip because I have silver gauntlets and I can push the block, but it's actually sometimes beneficial to leave the block there because I can let me do a different trick. So for now, I'd rather skip it. Yeah, I think at this point I can pretty much just focus on dungeons, most likely. Unless the boss keys are in very unfavorable locations. We do not know where Twinrova is yet. I know that Twinrova is boss of either Forest, Water, or Spirit. But I don't know which. Yeah, the Silver Rupee sound is played, dude. That's definitely gonna be it for the GDQ run. Is it possible to do these glitches play on keyboard? Play on keyboard doing this kind of stuff is gonna be very challenging. Keyboard is absolutely trash for this game. I mean, it's not impossible, but you're going to have a very rough time. Oh wait, here. Some people have done it. I know a few glitch hunters back in the day primarily played on keyboard, so I mean, there have been a handful of very important glitches that were found almost entirely playing on keyboard. I think glitches and stuff played on keyboard forever. I think a few others back in the day. Yeah, this was like 2010-ish and earlier. I think that's fair enough to say back in the day. Right. I mean, 2010 was 30 years ago. Follow the well key. I think I want to set Froze Wind here. So Froze Wind is, this one's not going to be used for a glitch. This is just, it's good for backtracking quickly. Oh, because I'm so low on magic, I actually might want to use QPA here. Or no, I think I can Pyro. Or no, I think QPA is going to be better. So I need to pull the sunblock in order to open the door here. I need to light the torches here for a key. Because I'm so low, I'm going to be doing QPA again. This is the glitch that gives me glitch sword damage, which has fire, Din's fire properties. And I would just use Din's Fire if I had more magic, but just for magic conservation. Sorry, song. It's not too important, but I did get a hint earlier that it leads to a wallet. Although actually, I don't know of any other shop items that need a wallet, another wallet upgrade, so it actually doesn't really matter. Alright, I probably can't open this door with a key, but there's a way I can skip this key door, which is pretty cool. If I do a short hover, drop a bomb, and if I fall to the ground, as soon as the bomb explodes, with a high combination of both downward speed and horizontal speed from getting hit by the bomb, it clips me through the wall. And I can do this a second time in this unloaded room. So all the collision in the dungeon is always loaded no matter where you are. It's just individual rooms have like textures and objects that are loaded individually. But that was supposed to be the room where you fight the Iron Knuckle. Okay, Forest Temple's Master Quest. I already know that actually. And I can use a Hess plus hover boots to cross the statue's hands from one side to the other. To get to the later part of Spirit Temple earlier. Oh, did I never explain hovering? Yeah, so bomb hovering, that trick I just did where I I never got bigger one sword when I went back to CAC. So bomb hovering is when, if you get the infinite sword glitch, which when you interrupt a crouch stabs, your sword spins infinitely. If you shield damage in the air, so the infinite sword glitch has a property where you can't fall off ledges. And if you shield damage in the air, the game tries to put you back onto the ground. But because you can't fall, you just kind of stay in the air. And you can repeat the process over and over to repeatedly gain height in the air. I don't have mirror shields. Alright, so I'm actually running out of checks here. I could be in danger of not being able to get the Spirit Boss Key. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I can't get it. I just have to go to a different dungeon. No, Sunlight Arrows is combo only. Or at least not. Combo slash ship only, not in this. Longshot is really nice here. I can just longshot directly to the top of the room. Can't go in there. There's one more check. No, I can't even get this check. No, yeah, it's over. Okay, I gotta leave Spirit. I can't do Spirit. Alright, Fire. I think no, Forest, I think, should be the next place I go. Stairs. Wait, did I forget? Oh, by stairs you mean graveyard stairs? Wait, am I forgetting any checks? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So there's 4 checks in Spirit that need Lullaby and 3 that need light arrows, or not light arrows, mirror shield that I can't get right now. So yeah, there's 6 things that I can't get in Spirit Temple right now, and one of them must be the boss key. Did I mess this up? Okay, there. I just did one less. Okay, so the going up and down the stairs thing, that might have looked really weird. That was a loading glitch where I was trying to unload the big tombstone to get into here. So if you go up and down the stairs, there's a certain thing that has to do with the loading for the lightning that happens in the cutscene for blowing up that tombstone. And if you just keep going up and down the stairs, the game continues to load it, which starts to fragment memory, and then eventually the stone unloads, so you can just jump right in. Yeah, and it can also be used to unload the Shadow Temple door, although it's a bit weirder with the Shadow Temple door, and also there's better ways to do it. Okay, Requiem, that's good. I've been low on magic so much this run. It's very weird. So I keep using Dim's Fire. Alright, so I want to go to DC entrance, which is where Forest Temple is. Oh, a big iron sword. That's not it. This one. So I got a hint earlier about, or not a hint, but I saw there was a key in a shop earlier for Forest. Yeah, right here. And I'm going to Forest Temple right now anyway, so I want to grab this right now. And then here over at the Dodongo's Cavern entrance is Forest Temple, so I just gotta head over there real quick. Oh. So first thing I want to do here, there's a trick. When I first enter the main room here, there's going to be a cutscene where the 4 Poes here try to push the elevator down. And I want to interrupt this cutscene by catching bugs in a bottle. Okay, nice. And by catching bugs during this cutscene, I'm able to move around in the middle of the cutscene. And I can move to the elevator before it gets moved down. And this lets me get to the basement early. I'm a little slow, so I got the slow elevator sinking. But that skips having to kill all 4 Poes, which is really nice. And if I get to the boss, if I get the boss key quickly, I can also go straight to the boss. So this elevator will stay up as long as I don't leave the dungeon or void out or use Fro's Wind. So I'm actually going to be avoiding Fro's Wind here. If I do leave the dungeon or one of those things happen, then I have an alternate way to get to the basement quickly. But ideally, I leave the elevator there so I can use it again later. Oh yeah, so there's a few Song of Time blocks that block doors in this dungeon, but you can use ledge clips to get through it. Again, that's where I grab a ledge and target the wall in front of it. Oh, Lullaby, that's huge. I can also just clip here. It's another one of those Master Quest jank things where it kind of accidentally lets you clip very easily. Actually, I want to go this direction. Now using Big Oran Sword. I think I don't want to use Big Oran Sword for this section because there's a few tricks that I might want to use Master Sword for here. I'll probably switch to Big Oran Sword for the Stalfos fight. Oh, so okay, boss of Forest is Bongo. That's very good to know. Oh, and there's the boss key. Alright, I'm out. I got a hint about the boss, and then boss key immediately after. So there's a puzzle you're supposed to do with pushing this thing multiple times and hitting some switches, but there's actually a clip you can do. You can clip through into the inside of the spinning thing and walk just directly towards where the end of the dungeon is. Oh, I forgot the thing. Okay, there's a quick kill for Bongo. If you drop a bomb down the hole before the fight starts, you have to react like immediately, because if you walk a tiny bit forward, you'll just immediately fall. But not a big deal. Still gonna be a pretty fast fight. You can just use infinite sword glitch and stun lock him. Nice and quick. Yeah, I explained earlier about the compasses giving hints for the bosses. I can probably explain that. I probably want to explain that a few times throughout the run, like every time I get a compass. But yeah, the compasses, the maps and compasses will give me information about the dungeons. This was from Forest. So compasses will tell me what dungeon reward and boss is at the end of a dungeon. And a map will tell me if it's the Master Quest or original version of the dungeon. Okay, Bongo beaten. So now I want to go to Fire. Fire is Ganon's castle entrance. So I'm going to have to actually go walk to Ganon's castle. I did not explain horse pushy. That won't be explained because it's not going to be relevant to the run. Oh, I know save and reset. The save and reset points are also random, and my save and reset point this run for adult is Lost Woods. So I actually have to walk back here normally. Yes, horse pushy is not on the exam. Alright, so this should be Fire Temple entrance. So as long as I can get the boss key here, it should be go mode, I think. So if I use the hammer here, I'm gonna just use the hammer randomly to store power crouch stab, and then if I do I can actually do a crouch stab through this gate. And like I said, the crouch stab has the properties of your last attack, which in that case was the hammer swing. And the Bigoran sword reaches far enough that I can actually hit the hammer, or hit the hammer switch on the other side. Oh, come on. Alright, so Flare Dancer, there's a bug with Flare Dancer where the damage values for Bigoran Sword Jump Slash and Master Sword Jump Slash are actually flipped. Which is why I was using Master Sword for that fight and not Bigoran Sword. Master Sword is actually the one that does more damage there. Minuet. Oh, that's actually good because Forest entrance leads to Ganon's castle. So now I can get to Ganon's castle instantly. So when I know when I'm in go mode, or so the conditions for beating the game, again, is to beat 6 out of 8 dungeons. Right now I have 5 dungeons beaten. So if I can beat Fire Temple, this will be 6. And I also need light arrows, magic, and the bow, which thankfully I already have all 3 of them. So all I really need, if I can just find the Fire Temple boss key and beat the boss, there should be enough to beat the game. And I should be able to get everything in Fire Temple. No, I mean 6 dungeons, 7 dungeon rewards. For commentary purposes, it's gonna be better to say 6 dungeons rather than 7 dungeon rewards. So you're supposed to use Song of Time to make a block appear to climb up here, but you can do a tricky little jump there to jump up here early. Oh wait, I already went in there. What am I doing? And also regarding the faster walking speed again, so this is with Bunny Hood. Oh, blue fire arrows, nice. It doesn't really mean that much at this point. But yeah, the faster walking speed is Bunny Hood. So normally you're only supposed to be able to use Bunny Hood as child, but with a glitch I can equip it as adult. It's invisible, but it's still there. And also, Bunny Hood doesn't normally give you the fast speed bonus in Ocarina of Time. It's usually a Majora's Mask thing only, but the randomizer just adds it in just because it's cool. Yeah, so the blue fire arrows. So that's another randomizer addition. Is there's an option for fire or ice arrows having the property of blue fire. So they can melt red ice and stuff, like in Ice Cavern. It's just something to give ice arrows an extra use, because ice arrows are pretty known for being useless. So, just a little buff to them. So they can do something. So there's a clip there. By having just the right angle, a bomb can clip you through the wall and the block there. And that's a really big one because that actually lets me clip to a shortcut early. So this shortcut speeds up Fire Temple a lot. Also, that water key is good. If for some reason I can't beat Fire Temple, that water key helps me out a lot in Water Temple if I want to do that afterwards. So there's a handful of items I want to get down here in this room. So I had to open that one gate. I had to press that switch to open that one gate, but I'm going to make use of that later. Here's a silver scale. Not really that useful at this point. Just barely made it through the rocks. So after opening this chest, oh, Song of Time, nice. I can do a weird shot here. And I can hook shot to this chest up here. So this is why I needed to open the gate earlier, because if I didn't, I would actually be trapped in here. So I can't open the gate from behind or get out from behind. Alright, there is a really cool long shot trick here. So normally you're supposed to use Scarecrow Song to get up to this platform, but with long shot it's actually barely within reach. Oh wait. There we go. Very precise. There's 2 more gold skulltulas up here. There's actually 1 more chest up here too. But I actually got a hint earlier that said it was junk. It's a chest, it says like Pierre at the top of Fire Temple. Pierre is the scarecrow that you're supposed to use with Scarecrow Song to get up here, but skip Scarecrow Song anyway. But yeah, the chest at the top of this room I can just ignore. Then I can get this chest here, and by hitting the hammer against the wall here and then equipping hover boots, I can get a really big boost of speed and use it to grab the ledge there and get out of that. Normally there isn't really a way you're supposed to get out of that room except for going the way you came. So here in this room, there's a bunch of firewalls that only come up as soon as you get close to them. But luckily, they take a little bit of time to come up. And so with a Hess, I actually go fast enough that I can just bypass them all. And then there's another one here where if I... while I still have that high speed, if I backflip with hover boots, the backflip continues to get a lot of that speed, and that just lets me backflip straight through the firewall as well. And you can actually grab the edge of this platform as the fight is ending to instantly start going up. Saves a little bit of time. So I'm nearing the end of Fire Temple and I don't have the boss key yet. This is slightly worrying. There's 2 more checks it could be. So it's either the hammer chest here, or the chest below. At least it should be. Okay, so there's a cool trick I can do here where I side hop and hammer the wall here, and I land and exactly hit the hammer switch here. Alright, is this really not the boss key? Okay, there's the boss key, perfect. Actually, I don't even need a save warp. I can do the normal thing here. I can be normal for once. Oh. So I was going to save warp and just go back to the boss room from the bottom, but I can actually hammer down this pillar here. This is the way you're supposed to get to the boss. It's very easy to not do this and just jump to the boss, either with a tricky jump or with hover boots, but you might as well do it normally. And then here's Phantom Ganon, the random boss of the dungeon. So Phantom Ganon will randomly come out of one of these paintings around the arena. There's a real one and a fake one. You can tell the real one from the fake one because it's brighter and also makes noise. And then a nice quick kill there. So that quick kill, I shot him with the bow as soon as he came out of the painting, which makes him spin his staff, which actually makes him vulnerable to a sword attack. And then instantly I took out the sword, which had infinite sword glitch on it, which instantly knocked him down, and then also did a ton of damage really quickly. It's the Ocarina of Time. I got the Ocarina of Time as soon as I got to go mode. Which means the credits can roll. Also, I got beans earlier, didn't I? Forgot to mark beans, and Song of Time. Okay, so Ganon's castle is forest. I do have Minuet. Perfect. Yep, so that is go mode. And there's Ganon's Bosky. That's true go mode. Alright, so the trials here, normally you're supposed to beat all the trials to gain access to the tower, but you can do a skip here where if you just can jump against that wall is for some reason marked as a loading zone into the tower. So there I just did a little mega slide off with hover boots to gain some speed to back up against the wall and hit the loading zone. Metroid Prime soon? Nice, yeah, so I should finish in time for Metroid Prime. No, if I finish really far ahead of time at GDQ, it's not necessarily a problem. I might try to make something up and like pretend I'm not in go mode or something. I don't know, depending on the circumstances. But it wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, GDQ is not going to be upset for being ahead of time. Oh yeah, I needed to explain the chest. So I didn't need that last chest, but we always have to open it. It's the validation chest. Maybe extra dungeon. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I could maybe pretend I'm not in go mode or like farther away from go mode than I think. So if I didn't already have light arrows here, Ganondorf would actually tell me a hint about where the light arrows are. Luckily I already got it. So I don't need to worry about that. Wait. I gotta do the empty bottle strat. So I want to do... So there's an Easter egg with using empty bottle on Ganondorf. A lot of people know this, but it's actually a legitimate... Seriously. It's actually a legitimate strat. Ignore failing it. So if you swing the bottle... Really? If you reflect the light ball at him by swinging the bottle, he will almost never reflect it from close up. Like that. So he'll get hit on the first swing back. And so it's nice and quick. And also, so there I did a jump slash at the beginning of the fight with the Big Oran sword. And then switched to the Master Sword. And the crouch stab still was doing the Big Oran sword damage. It's faster for the Ganondorf fight, but for Ganon, I actually want the Master Sword. So right here, I did a super slide. This is a glitch where I try to pick up a bomb while shielding and targeting at the end of a roll. And the bomb hits my shield and I go backwards really fast. And this lets me use the shield during this cutscene of Ganon transforming. And during this cutscene, he's supposed to knock the Master Sword out of your hand, but you see here, I don't do the animation for it. And losing the Master Sword is actually tied to that animation, which means I don't lose the Master Sword. And the Master Sword actually does more damage here. Normally all your weapons are supposed to be reduced to 1 damage, except for Master Sword and Deku Sticks, which are 2 weapons you're not supposed to be able to use anyway. But because Master Sword is not reducing damage, I can get him knocked down in only 3 hits instead of it would normally take 10 with any other weapon. And then the second phase is normal, just faster to hit him with jump slashes. And he's down. Now time is coming up soon. Get ready on time. Because I'm totally not controlling the timer myself. Alright. Good run. I think I actually played that pretty well, considering I had to go to every dungeon, right? Because yeah, I had to do Forest, I had to do all of Fire, I did part of Water, all of Shadow, and most of Spirit. Considering I had to, like, I didn't skip any dungeons, it's actually a pretty good time. Played that pretty well. And yeah, I think the commentary went better than the first time. I think I forgot less. Yeah, that would have been a good GDQ run. I would have been happy with that. It's a little fast. Again, one of the things I would like is that I like the light arrow hint. I would actually be kind of disappointed if I don't have to use a light arrow hint, but if it happens, it happens. Also, I never went to GTG and Spirit entrances, which I know had to be Ice Cavern and GTG. A little sad that I skipped all of those, because GTG is actually pretty interesting. Ice Cavern can be interesting, but isn't the most important. So I guess I did have to skip all of those, which did save some time. Yeah, perfect music. Yeah, for the lighter hint, you have to save warp out. Yeah, we'll raid GDQ in just a minute. Let me check. We'll do spoiler log check and then go raid GDQ. Let me get the log up. Oh yeah, cosmetics for this run. Do you guys think all the music and stuff was good for this run? 'Cause some of the... I did it again where I almost pasted the entire log in Twitch chat. Because yeah, the music and sound effects I planned because I think I like all the sound effects so far. Did you see any like cosmetics or music that might have been bad? Okay, here's the log. Hover boot sound. Yeah, I can change the hover boot sound. Okay, what are we looking for? Where is the mirror shield? That's the one big item I didn't get. Guerrilla Training Grounds MQ hidden ceiling chest. Okay. So that's actually very early on in GTG, so GTG would have actually given me a super easy mirror shield. But mirror shield would have been... Where is it? Or GTG, I mean. Where's GTG? See, there's a GTG or Spirit entrance. I'm not sure. Okay, GTG was vanilla entrance. Yeah, the Silver Rupee sound is fantastic. That one's gonna be good. Otherwise, I got most other important items. Oh, I want to check where Spirit and Water Boss keys were. Spirit Boss key was Compass Chest, so that was Lullaby locked. I mean, I did get Lullaby towards the end. And then Water Boss key was... on the boss? No. It was the River Gold Skulltula. So after Dark Link. So after I got the second key, I could have gotten it. So I could have actually done all dungeons this seed. Even like right after everything I had. No Uno Mas, because it's tiring after doing a bunch of commentary, and I want to go watch Metroid Prime at GDQ. So we're gonna go raid GDQ. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Again, I will be doing a run at GDQ on Saturday. I leave for GDQ on Wednesday. I may stream tomorrow, I may not. We'll see. If I do, if I stream tomorrow, it'll be the last stream before GDQ, obviously. We'll see if I can squeeze one more in. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy GDQ. And go watch some Metroid Prime. This is actually a run I really want to watch, so that'll be cool. So see you later, guys. Bye-bye.